and gentlemen,
well, Coach, no precipitation to speak of, but still a very chilly December day in Philly. Winter coats and hot chocolate abound here at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Back. 20.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Irvin on the carry.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Switch.
Shotgun now for Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Go.
You're not ready.
Here's Wentz to throw. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The second down carry for Irvin. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Wentz now on first down. It's caught by Jackson. He's got the first down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. That touchdown certainly a welcome sight. Remember, they were shut out last week. They talked to us about getting early momentum. Well, here you go in the opening quarter.
Got to rebuild confidence because when you get shut out, I don't care how strong you are mentally, you've got to take a step back and say, okay, what just happened here? Because nothing that we were doing worked well enough to get into the end zone, and that's a nice confidence-building drive, one that puts it in the end zone to give them an opportunity.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry for Josh Adams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run on 2nd down with Adams. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. They find some open field here. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 94 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognizes
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. On 2nd and 11 now. Rudolph. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, Sue.
Going for it, it's Rudolph. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. A couple of first downs as the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Ready?
Rudolph now to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Look at me. Go.
3rd and long, it's Rudolph. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. On the return, Jackson.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Down. 70, Indy. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Wide. Get wide.
On 1st down, this is Adams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey. Ready?
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, Charlie. 4-7's the mic. Hey, let's get this.
Now Rudolph. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On second down and 4, Wentz, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go again. Hey, Rip 5-2, I'm here.
Throwing is Wentz. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Yep. Swing, double. 53 for Mike. 53.
Rudolph. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
36. Mike, 36. No gain on Hey, Haywood. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Now watch run, watch run. Check 9, check 9. No. Off.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Hey, kill it. Hey, forward, kill it.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Wentz now to throw. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
You draw quarter. Hey, echo. 27 Mike.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Let's go.
Now Adams. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Check 13. Check 13. SOS.
You're out.
SOS.
Now.
They'll run again with Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Now it's Rudolph. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
From the gun on third down, it's Rudolph. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big gain of 31 on third down. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On second and 10, Rudolph. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. On first down, it's Rudolph. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gary. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Irvin. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up.
It's now third down and long.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check three. Check three. Check the backer. Check the backer.
Lose 5-3.
Now wins. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. He'll take it at the 42. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. I'm
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. That one good for 26 and a first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, you know, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play out of while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Here's Rudolph off play action. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning. And that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
Watch Mike. Watch the out. Kill. 36. 49. Check.
Other side, solid.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
This 5-7.
36 to Mike.
Ram.
Big series right here. So we got to step it up. Check 24. Bang.
On play action, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. T.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Watch 36 to Mike. So don't say nothing. Watch twins. Rush in.
Kill.
To throw is Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. T.J. Watt in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Flag, come on.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
53, check 53. Hey, let's get that ball, again.
Here's Rudolph. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster.
Let's go,
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Mike, 53, Mike. Pick it up, guys, pick it up.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Important extra point up and through, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Silver. Sunday. 36 to Mike. Watch a slant. Watch it. Go. Mike, 36. Mike, 36. I got him. Check. Tighten up.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Let's go. Great.
Watch 36 to Mike. Here we go. Sponge.
Hey, Lou.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He's coming, he's coming.
Topper!
Kill. Hit it.
Again, here's Adams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Rudolph. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now the Steelers use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
No, check that. We got Mike Gibson too right here.
To throw is Wentz. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for 1, maybe 2 more plays. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check 99. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Don't let him breathe.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Play outside deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. Check 37. Check 37.
Here.
Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down.